Howdy, howdy, everybody out there in YouTube land. Welcome back to my little digital space of the grand land of Olean. This is chapter 25 of the read aloud of Maximum Entertainment 2.0. This is it, the last chapter. We do want to do a video coming up pretty soon of our tech because we need to get back into putting in some dedication to tech. So just like we sat here and we read through these chapters, we want to dedicate time to making sure that everything is set up the way that we want it, make sure that all of our cameras are set up, make sure everything is good to go. That way you guys are getting the best quality video experience that you can get, that you can buy for free money. Free money? It's free video, so you get to watch for free. Don't forget that there is a book sponsorship going on the channel forever. As long as this book is in print, if this book ever goes out of print, we will find the next best version of this book for you to be able to sponsor to anybody so that they can get a hold of Maximum Entertainment 2.0. Now, obviously, this book is written in English, and I'd have to do some research to find out if the book sponsorship, if these books come in other languages. I'm assuming they do. So we'd have to do something that. The other book I have is English. So if you want to sponsor a book today, all you got to do is you got to donate through the super chats and super thanks to the channel, and I will match 50% of whatever you put in. So you only have to pay for half the book. But here's the good news. We're one ahead. Because it's a magical principle, right? That's what we do on the channel. I've already bought the second book. So now we don't even need the whole amount. Because we're one ahead. So thank you, everybody. And remember, stay positive, stay active, and stay awesome. And let's read chapter 25. Make sure something interesting is happening all the time. Moana. Anyway, and in the end, we are lucky to do what we do. Howard Thurston said, I am proud of my calling as an entertainer, a dealer in magic art that involves the practice of deception without causing harm. We bring joy to other people. That is a gift for us, and it sets us apart. Treasure that gift. Respect it. RESPECT. What does it mean to me? We are all teachers, and we are all students. We all learn from each other. We're all in this together. That's not poetic fluff. Despite my many decades of study, put me in a room with any magician past the neophyte stage, and within a reasonable time, they will show me something new, a new trick or a wrinkle on an old one. It's certain he or she knows something useful to me. And what other art would that be true? Few, if any. It's just one more reason we find magic to be permanently and continually exciting. Doing tricks does not make you a magician, and being a magician does not make you an entertainer. A 6-year-old boy can be taught to put a coin in a small box, close the drawer, wave his hand over the box, and show that the coin has vanished. He is not a magician. A 12-year-old girl who seeks out and reads magic books and who practices her presentations with deliberate thoughtfulness is a budding magician. A 40-year-old man. I'm not there yet. Jeez. Who knows hundreds of card tricks but never makes eye contact with the spectators is a magician, but not an entertainer. Only by combining tricks with entertainment skills does one become a magical entertainer. When I was in my late teens, as I went through my hippie phase, I taught myself to play the guitar. During that time, I visited a cousin, a boy a few years younger than me, who was learning the instrument. Unlike me, however, he was taking lessons. As I showed him a few licks I had been working on, he stopped me and said, quite seriously, you're not supposed to. Not supposed to in music. Since I had never taken formal lessons, I had no idea there were rules. I've often thought about that conversation. Neither of us studied guitar with the goal of joining an ensemble. It was merely an outlet, a fun way of expressing something we felt, of finding and making a joyful noise. If I successfully communicated to my listeners, how could there be a not supposed to? The artist discovers new art by ignoring the not supposed tos, or by pushing the limits of the supposed tos. We can never achieve originality if we walk only on the path others have carefully tread before us. Sometimes we have to risk stepping on a mine. And then we blow up into big, big, famous people. The artist awakens or reawakens something dormant within us. New hope, curiosity, joy of life. These are the currencies of an artist and the entertainer. Fancy. The artist rises our sights to new possibilities, and she often accomplishes it by doing things she's not supposed to. Where is our masterwork? Gerson's Rhapsody in Blue, Beethoven's Fifth and Ninth Symphonies, the Beatles' Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, Picasso's Guernica, artistic efforts that decades or centuries. Efforts that decades. Artistic efforts that decades or centuries later are recognized by critics and the public alike as a transcendent achievement. We in magic have no such masterwork, yet it might be said that Houdini's escapes in Tutu span the decades, but no single routine meets my criteria. In my lifetime, stand-up comedy progresses from generic, formulaic jokes to life-based observational comedy. In late 2018, a Time magazine story about the best TV comedy specials of the year showed that comics now creatively explore and illuminate every facet of human experience: rape, cancer, divorce, racism, religion, and politics. Nothing is off limits, and that surely applies to books, TV shows, and movies as well. Where is magic? Few of us are keeping pace with our stand-up colleagues. Should we, perhaps at some moment in the future, a magician or mentalist will go well beyond amusement and amazement and produce a stunning routine that digs deep into human experience, one that pierces with a sense of permanence the public's perceptions about our art. Blaine, Brown, and Delgardio have come to the closest. But it must never be forced. If and when a masterpiece appears, it will burst forth from the artist's heart and head, and it will be nurtured, polished, and perfected with boundless passion. Gorgeous. As a side note, when it was referring to comedians, comics, nothing's off limits. I like to say the fact that, like, if you really want to know what's happening on the forefront of the human experience, you have to really look at comics these days, and you have to look at the ones who are pushing the envelope. Something that Jordan Peterson has said is that in order to, I don't want to misquote him. Let's see. In order to think, you have to be willing to be offensive. That doesn't sound right. I don't want to misquote it. So we have this magical device at our fingertips. Let's go ahead and let's see here. In order to think, you have to risk being offensive. Yeah. So it's an idea. It's a mode of thought. And what that kind of means to me, because everything is subjective, especially in our world today, is that there's this notion that there are other quotes that I'm not a fan of, like facts don't have feelings. I get that, but we do. We do have feelings. We do have empathy. We should. So the reality of it is that I value intelligence over most other things. I value logic and reasoning. And there are certain things that that statement kind of holds true for, which is that if something is what it is, then that thing isn't inherently what it does. So, does that argument apply here? Water isn't wet. Does that apply to forward-thinking individuals that are moving forward in progression, where you should be able to live in a space where you can work out ideas that are not offensive in and of themselves, but then become offensive when they are put forth into the public space. There are ideas and modes of thought that should be protected because they preserve some values that are very important, which is like the scientific method in terms of discovering social proof. And that is something that is very difficult. And that's why I tend to stay away from polarizing subjects, not because I don't have an opinion, but because I'm not ready to be in that space. I'm not trying to be offensive because, let's face it, polarizing topics are polarizing. They're offensive because somebody is currently at war, basically, over that topic. And I'm not looking to be in the war space. I'm looking at being in the entertainment space. So I'm not looking to be polarizing with what I do. I'm looking to just be fun. And so I'm not looking for conflict. I'm looking for resolution. So it's really just one of those things that, like, you have to consider what message you are trying to send. And in this case, I value intelligence over all else. And so anybody who, with an intelligent mind, who progresses to a certain point, you should be able to think through whatever situation you're trying to think, and then perhaps on the other side come out with something that manifests itself into, an intelligent thought. Sounds like rambling, but you should see what's on TV these days. Anyway. Wow, we just went off the deep end with that one. Anyway, where are we? Summing up. we're wrapping it up here, people. We're wrapping it up. It's okay. Someday you'll get it. Maybe your kids will get it. Whoever watches this video in the future may get it. Maybe not. Truth is in the eye of the beholder. So you guys climb up there and pluck it right out of his forehead. D&D joke. Summing up, in this book, Petrification. In this book, you have advice distilled from my years as a professional entertainer, along with concentrated study of other performers. Now, as we draw to a close, I want to recap the themes and concepts that will keep you in control and confident when you stand before audiences in service of your art. If you constantly drive towards the points listed below, performing excellence in Maximum Entertainment will be yours for the taking. Continually strive to rise your level. Here we are again, going back into the 6 pillars of entertainment success. Rise your level. Where you rank among your peers, work to move up in the rankings. When you are in front of an audience, every moment counts. So count them. 1, 2, 3. You want to present a seamless flow of riveting entertainment. They don't care about you. They care about their own entertainment experience. Yeah, they paid good money to be there. They sure did. Video yourself. Exclamation point! We got one. Ha! And watch your recordings. You will never reach your fullest potential until you see yourself as others see you. Don't just look in the mirror. Record yourself and watch it. Strive to move up the hierarchy of mystery entertainment. Puzzle. Trick. Extraordinary moment. Use your personality and presentation skills to leave puzzles, to lever them. Lever. Tricks. Puzzles into tricks, and tricks into extraordinary moments. Target your words with precision toward the most valued in reactions. Rapt attention. Grasp it in your hands. Laughter. Ho, 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 ho. Astonishment. What? Build your act on the 6 pillars of entertainment success. Roll credits. CinemaSins is hilarious. 1. Master your craft. You cannot achieve success without total dominance of your material, except that the hard way is actually the easy way. Yes, because if you form good habits now, later on it's a preset for you. So while everybody else is doing steps 1, 2, and then skipping to 6, and you do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, when it comes back around and people actually evaluate the work, they see it. Trust me, they see it. Communicate your humanity. Tell me, with words or actions, who are you? I'm JC, and I'll be your magic today. You're a magician. Sorry, I left my Ian at home. What? Communicate your humanity. Show me you care about me. Make me care about more about you than your props. Sean Connery just came out a little bit there. You see that? Capture the excitement. Which parts of your routines are trivial? Which stand out and will be remembered a week later? Something special happens in every magic trick. Find it. Emphasize it. Why should I spend a slice of my life watching you? Why should you be watching me right now? Because of the entertainment value that I provide, the knowledge that I'm sharing with you, and of course I like to hang out and have a good time. So check us out on the YouTubes and all the other places as well. Control every moment. Be Superman in front of your audience. You cannot let the minds of your audience wander. Eliminate weak spots. Get to the gym. Remember that everything you do in front of an audience either enhances the experience, the entertainment, the experience as well, but the entertainment or detracts from it. Every moment must have a purpose. So for instance, when I'm reading this and all this hubbub and the excitement and the energy that I'm bringing to it, is this helping you texturally, or does my voice grate and get on your nerves? Only time will tell. Build to a climax. Invest extra time, effort, and creativity into delivering the absolute strongest close. Nail your climax! Exclamation point! Above all, have fun! Exclamation point! Ho ho! Oh, we have another page. Yes, there's still more. But wait, there's even more. If you care to, let me know what you think about all of this. You can email me at kenweber@me.com. I will read your message carefully, but please don't be offended if I don't respond. First, I'm lazy about doing things I don't absolutely need to. Second, I'm busy running my business and trying to be a good family man, friend, and neighbor. And third, did I mention I'm lazy? And in the end, the love you take is equal to the love you make. So say the Beatles. So say I. The love you radiate to your audience reflects back on you. It's a great and noble feeling. I want you to bask in that glory. By intent, references in this book to my personal act have been few. As we conclude, allow me to relate the high point of my time on stage. The high point, that is, from the perspective of my eyes looking out at the audience. It has nothing to do with an explosive climax or the successful execution of a difficult routine. It happens toward the end of my full evening program. The show starts relaxed and low-key, gradually building into pace until reaching the finale. Somewhat frenzied moments. After I have spent from 90 minutes to 2 hours on stage with various volunteers, facing my audience of as many as 2,000, I abruptly slow things down. They entered as strangers, the room vast and cold, the back rows distant. Now the room has warmed, and the walls have pulled in closer. We are no longer strangers. They know me, and my interactions with many of them have made us, if not friends, at least acquaintances. Connections have been established. With perhaps 3 minutes remaining in my program, I drop the microphone, handheld, of course, to my side, and for the first time I speak directly to the audience, my voice now pure and unfiltered by technology. With all eyes focused on me, and using the voice projection techniques I learned in my acting classes at Hofstra, I send my unamplified words, a minor joke, hurtling into the vast space beyond the front edge of the stage. After a second or two, I see the people in the farthest seats respond. I do it because within the context of the show, I'm pretending I don't want certain people on stage to hear what I'm saying. But to be truthful to you, dear reader, I do it because I can. It's a thrill. I control the audience. They trust me. I trust them. There are no extraneous sounds as the lion tamer lowers the chair he had used to keep the beast at bay. I lower the microphone and face my audience unshielded, unaided by any tool. It's an exquisite moment of certainty. I do it knowing that in just 2 or 3 minutes, as I take my bow and thank them, there will be enthusiastic applause. Nothing important happens during that moment, nothing that will be remembered. Yet it's that brief slice of my show that gives me the highest level of personal satisfaction. 12-year-old Kenny Weber, the asthmatic boy who began learning about show business in the basement of a Denver magic shop, has grown into a man who can transport a great throng of strangers into his made-up world. As I write this, my evolution from plane-hopping full-time entertainer to desk-bound businessman is virtually complete. During the years of that transition, I became surrounded by good people who have little or no idea about my previous life, and who certainly have never experienced the thrill of standing in front of an audience of spellbound strangers. They cannot begin to comprehend the majority of the moment I've just described. But you can. You can. Now I want you, if you haven't experienced it yet in your life, to get there as well. To the summit of that magnificent peak, which can be reached only one special kind of person. The entertainer. Yes, the entertainer! Round of applause! I'm not sure what the whole accent thing was. I'm surprised I could even sustain it that long. Maybe it's from the ancestors. Maybe they have spoken through me to convey to you. To remember. Always remember. Stay positive. Stay active. And stay awesome. And don't forget to subscribe. It really helps out the channel. And of course, don't forget to watch the video. That's just for you. Yes, just for you. Ta-da! Okay, bye.